from 10 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
This is Coach Bill Bush. You all know my passion for Nebraska. Having coached all over the country, I can honestly say there is no place like Nebraska. You know where there's also no place like? Midwest Bank. Midwest Bank has proudly served Nebraska for over 70 years, and they're located in 9 different communities. Midwest Bank is ready, willing, and able to meet all your personal, business, and agriculture needs. Your community, your bank, and mine, Midwest Bank. Find out more at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome to Speed and Power on 93.7 The Ticket. I'm your host, Meghan Walker, and on the show, we dive into the inspiring journeys of individuals who have overcome the odds to make their mark on the world of sports. Tonight, I am joined by Harrison on the board, as well as our special guest. She's on the swim and dive team here at Nebraska and has such a kind heart. I got this. Julia Marquis. How was that?
It was really good, actually.
It wasn't bad. We'll work on it. But Julia, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight.
Thanks to you for having me.
Of course. We're so honored to have you here. But quick shout out to Layton's Pub. They give us food every week and such great people there. Please go check them out. And they have amazing food. And it is a super fun atmosphere. So make sure to go check them out. Ton of fun. But Julia, just finished up finals week. How are you feeling?
Kind of relieved, I'm not going to lie. It's been such a hard semester class-wise. I don't know, it was really hard. I'm a biology major, so I had a lot of science classes, and I did have to study a lot, but I'm happy to be done and ready to kind of enjoy the summer.
How is it doing practice, workouts, and doing finals at the same time?
It was a lot. Technically, our practices were optional, but they were not. So basically, we're doing 9 sessions a week plus 3 of lifting. And it was something. The stress level were definitely high, and the pressure is going up both in the class and in the swimming pool because we're kind of starting summer season. So it was a lot, but it's actually really good to be done and kind of have to kind of relax and focus more on sport. It's what I'm looking for right now.
I totally feel that. Yeah. In the D1 world, optional means that you have to attend. Exactly right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not an option. Like, you have to go. Like, I'm kind of scared to say, oh, I'm not going to come because I have a final. It's not. Like,
it's not like that.
No, it's not going to happen. Like, I have to go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd rather fail the final than not go to practice. I'm too scared.
That is so true. That is so true. Oh, my gosh. But coming into the summer, you got your workouts. What does training look like for you guys?
Starting from this week, we're going to start summer training. It doesn't really change a lot. Like, we're still going to do 9 sessions plus 3 of lifting. The major thing is going to be long course training, which is going to start next week. And I think I'm going to do 4 sessions in long course because usually summer season is in long course. So it's going to be fun, be outdoor, kind of tan and like enjoying the weather. Hopefully it's going to be good. Yeah, that's the big change. And also I'm going to kind of shift training to more like a mid-distance practice type. So that's gonna be like the big shift for me,
Mhm.
and it's gonna go on for 2 months from
So
now.
break down for me what a swim practice is.
Okay.
And real quick though, I'll have you scoot up to your mic just a little bit more, so I want to make sure people can hear you. Okay.
Okay.
There
Like
you
this?
go.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. I wake up every day at 5:20, and we kind of leave the house by 5:30, get to the pool 5:35. Um, we eat some snacks before practice. I think it's important, like eating before, because the training session is really hard, and you kind of have to fuel your body before going into an hour practice. And then we eat a warm up at 6. So we kind of do a dry land warm up with like cords and like um, legs warm up. And then we hit the water by 6:10, and we swim until around 8 every day. And after that, it kind of depends on the day. I do 3 qualities days, which are Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, which are like my heavy days. I have like hard workouts on that. And then on Monday, Wednesday, Friday is more like power and aerobic work. And yeah, after on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we lift as well. So as soon as we are done with the swimming session, we go over the stadium and we lift for like about an hour, maybe a bit less than that. And we alternate power and explosive stuff. So it's kind of fun, repetitive a lot.
Mhm. So what is a hard workout for you?
I'm a 200 girl, so for me it's like going 50, 75, hundreds fast best average. So keeping the quality, like your heart rate level is about 26, 28 beats. So it's just like a long work that should help you build the race in the better way, I guess.
Mhm.
So it's kind of built on the race that you do. So I'm a 200 girl. I'm shifting, and I'm gonna try to swim the 400 as well. So it's gonna be like a challenge for sure. Like I did 1850s on Thursday.
Oh my gosh.
So we're shifting definitely.
Mhm. Do you guys
But,
have like technique days?
um, we always kind of work on technique every practice. You work on technique every stroke you do. Like you have to kind of get used to work on technique when you do hard stuff, because that's when you kind of learn how to keep the technique when you swim fast.
Mhm.
So that's the main goal, kind of build your race around the technique of like swimming as powerful and as efficient as you can.
Okay, that's great. So you're adjusting to the 400. What things are you trying to focus on this summer that you want to get better at?
Um, I kind of want to build my resistance. I feel like since I came here, I kind of lost my finishes in the 200. I kind of structure my race where I come back faster in the second 100 than in the first one, like going out. And I kind of lost that. I don't know why, but I'm always kind of exhausted by the time that I have to hit the last 50. So I'm gonna try to work on that, and then I have to really hit my walls. So I'm gonna work on underwaters and like doing good flip turn, kind of to be more efficient as possible, because it's the moment where you go faster in the race or your walls. So I kind of have to work on that.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's my main goal, having fun, like kind of enjoying the process more, because it's been mentally a bit tough lately. Just going through our practices and not having the outcome that you wish is
Mhm.
always a bit harsh.
I totally get that, but it's great that you recognize what you want to work on and improve. But like you said, it's hard being an athlete. It's very stressful. We put a lot of stress on ourselves, and when we're not competing how we want to, and it's a lot.
It is.
Mhm.
It definitely is. I think it's a big shout out to everybody that does that, because I feel like the biggest enemy of all is ourselves. Like we put the most pressure, and it's terrifying sometimes. Like the expectation that we have, it is hard. We
Mhm.
just have to kind of work on that self confidence to push through, and believe a bit more in ourselves.
I love how you said self-confidence. Do you feel like right when you came into college, you were like confident in who you were as like an athlete? Because I feel like my freshman year, I compared myself to all these other like pro athletes and athletes who were having so much success that I was like, dang, like I'm not like them. So I kind of had to build that up into my sophomore year.
Before coming into college, I had a great year swimming wise, so I was really, really confident. Like a month before coming here, I dropped all my times going PBs, all my races. Like I was over the moon, low key. So I didn't know that I was coming into a competitive environment. I did not like expect to be as competitive. It's definitely a different world. Like I changed like the pool is shorter. So we swim in meters in Europe. Here we swim in yards. So it's definitely a difference. The pool is shorter, so there's less period that you swim. There's more walls to do, so more underwater period, which I'm not great at. So it definitely kind of threw me off a bit, and it takes time to adjust to it. So hopefully by my junior year, I will be able to kind of perform better or on a higher level. We'll see.
What's the challenge of that underwater part where you flip and go back the other way that you keep talking about? Like, what's that part that you're trying to add on to?
It's called the turn. Is when you hit the wall, you do a turn,
right?
And with the feet, you kind of have to push from the wall and going fly kicks. And if you can do like powerful kicks, it really helps you in your races because you swim faster underwater than over. So I can push from the walls, but I don't really do underwater. As I maybe do a single kick, which is not great. Like if you watch the NCAA 200 final, they goes like 4 to 5 kicks, which brings you like 10 yards in, which is a lot. But my legs just can't do it. Like right now they can. Like they're I don't know. It's really tiring, and so when I hit the walls, I can move my legs. So I kind of have to work on that. We're kind of talking about it and try to improve the strength that I'm missing. We'll see.
It's good to recognize that. You're like Little Mermaid. I love it. But some people have said like swimming and gymnastics are like the harder sports to do. Do you agree with that?
I think swimming is one of the most hard sport. Like I've done gymnastics, but not like an high level, so I can't really tell. Like definitely like doing all the flips and that stuff, it's crazy. I don't know how they do that. I just think swimming is mentally and physically draining because it's doing the same things over and over again, and there's no break. Like there's no having fun into it. Like
there's fun in every sport, Julia.
Well, you
just gotta find it.
Well, it's really hard when you like swimming like a lot, and it's a lot on your body. It's just keep going, looking at the black line on the bottom of the pool. There's no like social interaction in it. It's just you yourself into your mind, which probably is the hardest part because it's just you, and you have to kind of push through. And yes, there's fun. Like I have fun swimming sometimes, not all the time, but I do have fun. It's just like there's no social interaction into it, so that makes it a little bit harder than maybe gymnastics. Like you do your exercise and then you can have a chit chat with your teammate. And swimming is always a touch and go. There's no really rest, and since we have kind of strict schedule, there's no time to have fun, I guess.
That's crazy. I never thought about that. Like you're just like down in the water. You're just like you're not indoor. Like you're always indoors, I'd feel too.
I'm a terrible swimmer, so like I can definitely like with those feelings. I have the same thing, but I'm not good at it at all. But it is one of those, like if you ever watch meet, it is very, I can see like the structure where it's like, okay, next lap, because you got to get so many races in there depending on how many teams are there. It's a lot, and I've seen what some of those pictures look like and how packed those rooms can get and how many athletes are in there. So I can definitely see the part where it's like, okay, just gotta lock in next thing.
Yeah.
So you guys are usually training indoors, or like summertime? Do you go outside?
Yeah, usually it's an indoor. We don't have a 50-meter pools indoor here in Nebraska. Maybe we will if there's some
Fingers
daughters.
crossed. Fingers crossed. We got to get the track done first, and then we can get you your pool.
The stands. You guys have the track. Like,
We got to get the whole thing just accomplished.
yeah, that's at least they started. Like, we don't have a pool, and the divers are missing the towers to do like platform diving, which is a bit of a problem because I feel like a program with a 50-meter pool would be more efficient because training in 50 meters, like long course, is like it's hard on your body, but it has its half effect, like really good half effect. And most of the team in the United, like big teams, have like the long course training. They do it yearly, like during the week, at least twice a week to train 50 meters, which is really helpful. But yeah, I don't remember the question.
We'll put in a recommendation that you guys get a pool. But that is hilarious. I don't know if you guys can tell, but she has a little bit of an accent. So tell us about where you're from.
Okay, I'm from Italy. I live in a small town. It's called Asola, and it's near Mantova, which is about an hour from Milan, to give a reference.
When you say small town, what's the population? Because around Nebraska, it means like 200 people.
10,000.
10,000 is crazy.
It's really
small town in Italy, though.
Yeah, it is a really small town. Like all the Italians people that I know that are from Nebraska lives in much bigger towns, so that's a bit of a difference. And it's funny because I never thought like I would have end up in the United States ever in my life. So that's definitely an accomplishment, I guess.
Well, we love that you're here. What was the kind of the vibes back home? Like, what kind of things did you like to go do? What scenery is there? Paint us a picture.
Oh, of my town?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, life works differently. Like, I've swim since I was in middle school, I guess. So I usually train every afternoon, every day from Monday to Saturday, about 4 hours each day. And then there was school in the morning. You kind of go to school 8 to 1 from middle school to like last year of high school. And I guess the thing that I miss more is kind of hanging out with friends, like just the pleasure to do nothing and enjoy the company of people. And like, I don't know, going out, drink a coffee, stay at the bar for like a coffee shop for like hours, just talking. And definitely I'm missing like going out on Saturdays nights because the legal is 18, like drinking age is
What's
18.
the driving age?
18.
Okay, 18 for both.
That's
Okay.
insane.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
No, it seems
But that's just me.
Yeah, so I kind of like miss going out with friends and have my own routine. But definitely here I'm more independent. I'm not gonna lie. Like I pay my rent, paying everything that I need. Like my parents are kind enough to buy me flights to go home, which is really nice because they're expensive. But yeah, I've definitely missed my friends. Probably is the thing that I miss more. And
do you miss the food at all? I feel like I would miss the food if I was from Italy.
I do miss the food, but I feel like sometimes you can make stuff from yourself that even like with the products that you find here. So if I want a pasta, I kind of can make it, and it happened before to do it. Actually, it happens quite often, but I miss the food, but I think I miss the people more. Like the support system that you have at home is just different.
That's totally understandable. Let's say I'm going to your hometown. I'm going to spend the weekend there. What are you recommending that I do?
Golly, it's not that huge of a town. I would probably bring you to the lake. It's like 25 minutes out. It's really pretty. It's called Lago di Garda, and it's huge. It's like the biggest lake in Italy. So you can just go there, go on I don't know, like there's a bunch of stuff to do there. Like there's shops, and then you can go into the lake, rent a boat, do that kind of stuff that you do on a lake. And I don't know, it's probably one of my favorite places.
You said Lake Garda?
Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh my gosh, that is beautiful.
I can see why you miss it a little bit. It's beautiful.
That is so crazy. I want to go there.
Yeah, I was like, Lewis and Clark Lake. I was like, oh,
I know. I'm thinking about
got a
Nebraska
lake.
lakes. Like, oh, like that'd be fun, I guess. Is there any like good food spots that you would say are like the best?
There's a place where they make pizza, which is called Linus.
Look it up. Look it up.
And it's really good.
What is it?
Linus, Linus.
Oh,
I'll figure it out. That's also a cartoon character.
That is so beautiful. I can't believe you came to Nebraska leaving all of that.
Me neither. Low-key, me neither.
Oh my gosh. But dang, Italy is beautiful.
It is.
I need to visit there.
I think you should. There's so many good spots. Like, no, even like just not looking at the biggest city in Italy. Like, I think every corner that you watch is such amazing. I don't know. I think I want to go back after college.
I can't blame you. Oh my gosh, that pizza looks so good.
I know.
That
looks
looks
really
so
good.
spectacular.
I'm salivating over here. But that being said, though, as I'm staring at the speed, we do got to throw it to break. We're getting over on time here. So we got a couple more segments on the other side. This is Speed and Power. We'll talk to you guys in just a little bit.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
It's getting nicer outside, but it's still hit or miss in the spring on golf weather. Not at Double Eagle Golf. You're home for always 72-degree weather with no wind. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues are underway, but stay tuned for info on indoor golf tournaments and book your bay for after the spring game in late April. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf. Spring is a time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Furious Cheese Spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter, or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Furious Cheese Spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Join On the Block and Old School live from Scissors and Scotch on 30th and Yankee Hill on Thursday, June 6th to celebrate their grand opening. Feel better instantly with a beard trim, haircut, or a traditional shave courtesy of the experienced and professional barbers at Scissors and Scotch. Stick around after your cut and enjoy a beverage in their cozy bar area, and don't worry, there's more than just Scotch. Spend your afternoon with Scissors and Scotch at 93.7 The Ticket, live on location June 6th from 2 to 6 p.m.
Spring in Nebraska brings green grass and warmer weather, but it also brings severe storms which can cause damage to your home. Meadowlark Exterior specializes in hail, storm, and wind damage restoration, as well as roofing, siding, and gutters for commercial or residential buildings. Meadowlark Exteriors focuses on fine craftsmanship and proves that in their attention to detail. They offer free roof inspections and estimates and insurance claim assistance, serving the Lincoln and Omaha surrounding areas. Call today at 402-875-2956 or go to meadowlarkexteriors.com.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. Do you need motivation to get to the gym on the weekend or even in general? Tune into the Movement Hour each Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. Movement Academy owner Robert Kuhlman will host the show as he introduces new ways to stay in shape. The Movement Hour every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals in everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
This is Coach Bill Bush. You all know my passion for Nebraska. Having coached all over the country, I can honestly say there is no place like Nebraska. You know where there's also no place like? Midwest Bank. Midwest Bank has proudly served Nebraska for over 70 years, and they're located in 9 different communities. Midwest Bank is ready, willing, and able to meet all your personal, business, and agriculture needs. Your community, your bank, and mine, Midwest Bank. Find out more at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Speed and Power on 93.7 The Ticket. I'm your host, Meghan Walker, and I'm joined by swimmer and diver Julia Marchi.
Good job.
I love that. I love that so much. I'm going to go to Italy and just practice.
They do got cool names.
They do got cool names. I love it.
I didn't change my name every once in a while.
That is so funny. Okay, you had mentioned in the last segment that you got into swimming middle school.
Yeah.
So what got you into swimming? How did that start?
Okay, that's kind of weird reasoning why I got into swimming. I met this girl when I was about 12. And she was she had the perfect body. I loved how she looked. So I was like, oh, what do you do? What do you do in life? And she was like, oh, I'm a swimmer. I swim here. We have a really nice pool at home. And I was like, okay, I want to try it. So I did try it and I end up never stopping. So eventually I kind of fall in love with it. And it's been kind of a process because especially the first few years, I wasn't really succeeding. So I kind of had to build my way into it. But once I hit the practices, the times kind of dropped. And since then, it's been really good. For me, the motivation was kind of always there because the accomplishment that I kind of had were great and much more than I would have ever expected. So I always make it to nationals and score in nationals. I feel it's been really a good sport for me since I came here in the US. I kind of lost the love for the sport when I came here, and I kind of tried to rebuild that passion that I had before. And I think the main difference is that changing training and stuff. That's what I had a coach for the whole time that I swam in Italy, and when I came here, everything changed. I wasn't anymore the top swimmer. I was just one of the swimmer of the team.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes a lot of difference, and I kind of had to adjust to that. And then I kind of had to fall in love again with the process, what I'm working on right now. So hopefully it will come soon.
So thinking back to when you just started swimming, what made you fall in love with the sport?
I love the feeling of the water on myself. Just when I jump in the water, everything shuts down and it's just me and myself and pushing my limits. which is the best thing. And I guess like having like something in return. So like being able to do a lot of experiences and be able to go places and race and just be at a certain level kind of pushed me to go and never stop, I guess. And then definitely it got me here and I met amazing people. It definitely changed my life. So I can just be grateful. Like there's no reason to not be in love, I guess.
No, definitely a blessing. Did you play any other sports when you were younger or just swimming?
I did gymnastics when I was like in primary school for like 5 or 6 years. It wasn't like nothing crazy. I wasn't really good at it. I was a bit too chubby, I guess, to do gymnastics. Like, not gonna lie, I was kind of like a little bit puffy, so it didn't really work out while swimming did. So
I love that you had the courage to try a new sport, even like age 12, because I feel like for sports, like kids always get into it like at a super young age. So like that is amazing that you started at like 12.
yeah, it is kind of weird because usually like people that swim since like they're really young. Like it works the same as any other sport. Like gymnastics, you start when you're like you're able to walk and then you keep going. I just like didn't love staying in the water like to swim before. And when I was a bit older, I kind of like enjoyed the process and like getting into the pool, having fun with friends. Because when I started swimming, my team was kind of big. It's always been a tradition of swimming in my hometown. So it's, I don't know, I feel like the environment helped me a lot to kind of grow that passion and try to like new sport and then succeed, I guess, in it.
Did you feel like your family supported this new idea of like, hey, I want to be a swimmer? Like, how did they feel about it?
They definitely did. They loved it. And I kind of tried to stop after 2 years because I was like, oh my God, that's too much work, too much time. I don't want to do it. And I kind of wanted to shift to volleyball because I always kind of like it. And my dad was like, there's no way. Just like, you don't give up. It's like the first time that you try. You kind of have to keep going and see where it can brings you, because definitely they saw the potential and I couldn't see it at the time, but I'm glad that they kind of pushed me to keep going.
Well, it's great that you had people in your life that were supporting you and trying to get you beyond your limits.
Yeah.
At what point did you realize that like, oh, I could do this in college?
Okay, like I didn't until my last year of high school. So I had a great season. Like I was telling earlier, like I had like PBs both seasons, so like winter season and summer. So it was great. I was going really fast, and for my standards at least. So I got in contact with an agency. Like actually, they kind of texted me. They were like, "Oh, like your time is kind of good. Do you know that there's like this possibility to go in the US and kind of like swim there throughout college?" And I was like, oh, that sounds cool, but I don't really want to leave. Like this is my safe place. Like home is my safe place, and I know my coach is training me really well. Like I'm gonna do great. I don't need it. Thank you. Bye. So they kind of retexted me a few months later, and they were like, "Are you sure? Like we can try and see how it works out." So that happened in April of my senior year of high school. And on May, I was like, okay, let's do it. I want to go. So basically, my senior year of high school, I signed with this agency, and they kind of like throw me in the portal or whatever. I don't really know how recruiting works. And like a bunch of coaches like start texting me, and they were like, oh, like we see your time. Do you want to have a talk? So the month of June, I was taking my driver license training for Italian championship, taking my finals exams because we have kind of like a big exam at the end of high schools. And I was trying to commit for August to come into the US in August. So it was like a really fast process. Like in a month, I decided that I want to change my life, swim throughout college, and like kind of go away from home. And I think the turning point has been like talking to my coach at home, and he was like, I was like, I don't really want to know, like I don't really know if I want to go there. Like, why would I do that? And it was like, oh, you definitely have to. Like, swimming is not forever, and the experience that you're gonna have there are gonna be experience of a lifetime. And it doesn't matter if you don't get faster or stronger. The experience is what gonna shape you for the rest of your life. So go, and when you won and you have the opportunity, come back. This is home. You're gonna be home forever here. So we'll just take you back whenever.
That is insane. I can't imagine like doing finals, training, and trying to commit to a school all in that small span of time. What about Nebraska made you pick it? Because I bet you had tons of options, and coming to the U.S., you don't know a lot of like the environments or the state. So what was the pick for you?
I didn't really know anything about NCAA swimming. I just like the only thing that I knew was that I wanted to commit it to a D1 because the way they kind of explained it to me was like soccer tournament in Italy. Like there's like A series and B series, and A series is the best. So D1 was the best. So I wanted to commit in a D1. So every like that was the first step. Like all the D2 and lower were kind of like out. And then eventually I came down to 3 schools that had like the best combination of like school and sport together. And doing some research on the internet, I kind of figured out that Big Ten was a kind of good conference. So I didn't really know anything about rankings or any other conference. So it was just kind of go with how I felt about it. So my recruiting process, I only talk with my head coach. Usually is my assistant coach that does recruitment, but since it was such a short time, I just talked with him, and I kind of like him. I look up some picture on internet. I was like, okay,
he looks like a
cool.
nice guy. Yeah.
Yeah. No, not of the coach. I look up like Nebraska, and I was like, oh, it's in the middle. Like I didn't even know the existence of Nebraska before coming here, and so that was something. And then when I committed, actually, that's really funny because I figured out like months later that my coach is an Olympic swimmer and he won the Olympics. So I was like, oh, cool. Like I didn't even know that, but that's funny. Yeah, that was more or less my process. And when I had when I had like 3 top school, I kind of like my top choice wasn't Nebraska, was Washington State. And but when I say, oh, I'm ready to commit, they were like, oh, we don't have the money anymore. And so I was like, okay, never mind then. So I kind of shift, but I'm glad I did. I feel like
Thanks.
this is a good place.
You had a lot of unknowns coming here, like just coming to the U.S.
Yeah, I was really scared. I'm not gonna lie. I used my freshman year as a test. I was like, I'll go, I'll try. Worst case, I'll go back. And like, the best that I can take from it is probably like learning some English, like met new people, make some connections. That's it. Like if I hate it, I can always go back home, but I have to take the risk and try it because if I don't, I probably would live in the regret of like not doing it. So it was definitely a lot of question marks, and there's still a lot of question marks, but that's life.
That's so true. But you're going into your junior year, so clearly there's some good things here.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. There's a lot of good things. I really met amazing people. Like my team, like my freshman year roommates were amazing. We were such a small class, so we were just 4, and I really bonded with 2 girls. So we really work out well together, and we're still really close. And definitely they made like me wanted to stay more. And then I kind of like fall in love with a guy over here. So
shout out Lorenzo.
so definitely that helped. Like this year, I think that really helped me like going through all my problems, like swimming wise. He's been definitely my number one supporter, maybe with my parents because I guess they're my supporter too, but having him like a person really close here, it's been such a huge help. So definitely shout out to him. And then school is good, I think. School is great. There's a lot of opportunities. I think I'm gonna try to get into a research lab this summer since I'm staying here. So hopefully they're gonna reply to me and we're gonna get that kind of started. And yes, I guess like swimming hasn't been the best for me so far. So I'm kind of looking forward to kind of have that going. And if hopefully it will happen, if it doesn't, I guess there's so much more than swimming. And that's what I realized after my freshman year, like, and also my sophomore year, like one day swimming is gonna be done. And as much as I hate sometimes going to practice, I don't have that much time left swimming. It's just 2 more years, and then I'm never going to be with the same people again, here at the same time again, like be able to train at this level with this system ever again. So I really need to kind of like put some trust in everything and just give myself to it, and hopefully it will pay back. If it doesn't, great. It's fine. There's so much more outside of it that it deserved to be lived.
Definitely got to trust the process and enjoy every minute of it.
Yeah, it's absolutely a great mindset, especially with sports. I mean, Megan, you've seen it. Like anything can happen, injury wise. Like literally anything can happen. It can end sooner than you think. But to have that in the back of your head that there's plenty more things I can do out there. What's your major before we go out of break? 'Cause it's something about trying to be in a research lab this summer.
Yeah, I'm a biology major.
Okay.
So oriented like more in health and humans. I kind of want to work, if I can, on the Alzheimer and like neurological problems.
Oh, very cool.
Like,
That's amazing.
yeah, because there's kind of history in my family, so I would like to work on that. So I'm trying to get into some labs that kind of like study this stuff and like work on some medicine or treatment that can be like used on this type of illnesses.
Absolutely.
That's really
Yeah,
great.
it's really cool. With that being said, though, we'll throw it to our last break here. This is Speed and Power. We'll talk to you guys in just a little bit.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
It's getting nicer outside, but it's still hit or miss in the spring on golf weather. Not at Double Eagle Golf. You're home for always 72-degree weather with no wind. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues are underway, but stay tuned for info on indoor golf tournaments and book your bay for after the spring game in late April. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf. Spring is a time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Furious Cheese Spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter, or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Furious Cheese Spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Join On the Block and Old School live from Scissors and Scotch on 30th and Yankee Hill on Thursday, June 6th to celebrate their grand opening. Feel better instantly with a beard trim, haircut, or a traditional shave courtesy of the experienced and professional barbers at Scissors and Scotch. Stick around after your cut and enjoy a beverage in their cozy bar area, and don't worry, there's more than just Scotch. Spend your afternoon with Scissors and Scotch at 93.7 The Ticket, live on location June 6th from 2 to 6 p.m.
Spring in Nebraska brings green grass and warmer weather. but it also brings severe storms which can cause damage to your home. Meadowlark Exterior specializes in hail, storm, and wind damage restoration, as well as roofing, siding, and gutters for commercial or residential buildings. Meadowlark Exteriors focuses on fine craftsmanship and proves that in their attention to detail. They offer free roof inspections and estimates and insurance claim assistance, serving the Lincoln and Omaha surrounding areas. Call today at 402-875-2956 or go to meadowlarkexteriors.com.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Do you need motivation to get to the gym on the weekend or even in general? Tune into the Movement Hour each Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. Movement Academy owner Robert Kuhlman will host the show as he introduces new ways to stay in shape. The Movement Hour every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals in everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Speed and Power on 93.7 The Ticket. This is our last segment, and I'm your host, Megan Walker, and I'm joined by Julia Marquis. I love that. I'm going to say your name all the time. But this is our last segment, and this is my favorite part. So you really got to lock in. Are you ready? Okay, so it'll be quick answers, and you got to think just right off the top of your head what your answer is.
Okay.
All right, don't be nervous. It's okay. First question. We're giving you a billboard. This is for everyone in Italy and the USA to see. What are you putting on your billboard?
I don't know what's a billboard.
Oh my goodness, never had that answer before. Okay, so let's say you're driving down the highway. So like those roads that right over there, there's going to be this big sign.
Okay.
And that's called a billboard. It usually has like advertisements on it.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Did I explain that well?
Yeah, you know what she's talking about now? Does that make sense? It is crazy. This is the first time we've had.
I've never had that answer before. It's just basically this huge, ginormous sign.
It's an ad above the road on a big sign, so you can't miss it.
What are you putting on it?
I would put probably a cane sign because I love canes. Like that's the thing that I love most from the US. Probably like it's my favorite thing. I would put like a big chicken tender.
That's so valid. That's
we already got a few in Lincoln, so you're gonna have to pick a different city.
I liked her answer. I think that was good. Good job, Julia. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna go to the next question because I feel like you have issues with her answer. Okay.
It's not bad.
We're dropping you off on an island. You get to bring 3 items with you. They have to fit in a 5x5 box. You're gonna be on this island for 30 days. What are you bringing?
A lighter.
Okay.
A tent.
Okay.
And a bottle for water, I guess.
Valid. That's not bad. I was surprised no canes or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, the canes one was more surprising, but
I thought
that's not a bad
bring
answer.
canes with her to the island. I guess not. 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. workout?
7 a.m.
Favorite song on your playlist? It better not be one of your boyfriend's songs.
Guilty. Okay, I guess it's an Italian song. It's Verde. It's called Verde.
Can you sing a little bit for us?
No.
So when you're listening to music, do you listen to Italian music?
I do.
Dang. Do you have a favorite American song?
It's probably right now. It's called Rainbow. I don't really know the singer. Wait, let me check.
That's okay. But dang, I always wondered like people from other
From
places.
Casey Musgraves. Rainbow.
Nice. We'll have to look it up later.
Yeah, it feels like a popular artist, right?
I have no clue. I have
I'll
no
look it
clue. Okay, if you could pick another sport to do, what would it be?
Volleyball.
Nice. Little surprise talent.
No, probably not. But I would love to play volleyball. It just looks so cool, and it is a team sport, so maybe it's a bit, I don't know, like more dynamic.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next question. If you could do a swim workout with anybody in the entire world, dead or alive, who would it be?
Adam Peaty.
Who?
Adam Peaty is a swimmer.
He's a swimmer?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Good answer. Would that be a good workout?
I guess he's a breaststroker. I don't really swim breaststroke, but he's a really nice looking guy.
Oh, I hope your boyfriend's not listening. That is hilarious. Okay, you have a day to yourself. How are you going to fill up your cup? Meaning, like, how do you rejuvenate yourself? How do you feel at peace?
I kind of like to do like skincare and that stuff. Like, I love it, and I love to like kind of look good, straighten my hair, wear some makeup, like, and go out probably with friends. That would be my regenerating day.
Look good, feel good. I love it. Okay, one more question I got for you. If you could tell your 12-year-old young swimmer self something, what would you tell her?
There's nothing more beautiful than trying hard something that you believe in, and to just like trust yourself into it and trust the people that are around you, and the outcome, whatever the outcome is going to be, it's going to be good.
I love that. Yeah, trusting the process and believing in yourself is very key. But I'm so happy you came on the show today. You did a great job. Any final words?
Ciao, mama.
Oh, I love that. This has been Speed and Power. I'm your host, Meghan Walker, and I'm joined by Julia Marquis. Make sure to tune in next week and have a great rest of your night.
Bye.